honestly, most people probably shouldn't do their own thing, right? Like it's probably not ideal because it's competitive and most people fail. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a
be
very,
really
very
smart
small
about it.
percentage of the world that is an entrepreneur successfully. And
Yeah.
I think also social media has just ruined it because there's so many, like, you'll see maybe a 19-year-old kid making 10K a month on Instagram or YouTube. And, I've
Yeah.
tried my best to stay as much away from like the get rich quick narrative as possible, but that's just what's out there right now. And then what happens is you have your expectation
Hmm.
of, if I'm not making 5K a month in 3 months by now, then I'm stupid or I must not be cut out for this. But in
Yeah.
reality, that's just like a way too quick of a timeline. And if you went
Yeah.
into it with no expectations, then you probably would have stuck it out longer.
Totally. Dude, you know what I respect about you is we're aligned in this, which is it was never about the financial outcome, right? And if we did talk about financial outcomes, it was more of a way to like conceptualize what the real outcome was, which is reputation, right? It's like who am I? What am I known for at the end of the day, right? Well, like what is the reputation? What am I building? Because what I'm building is larger than a check, you know. What I'm building is a community, or what I'm building is like you're building a little empire over there, dude. Like, or what I'm building is a team, right, or a culture, or whatever. Like I'm building my own a brand, right? So like, and we've always been. I don't know if we've explicitly talked about this like with each other, but like I very much key in on like what are the inner motivations of people, and those that are focused on their reputation of like what am I known for, those people are the ones that I typically like to work with the most because a lot of people are just in it to make money, and when you're in it to make money, when things get hard, you typically just like pivot on to the next thing, and
Hmm.
like yes, money is part of it, of course, but like you don't have the resilience to the staying power, right? Like you decided to double down on YouTube. And when we talked about it, it was like, hey, I'm going to just like focus on my YouTube channel. You weren't saying, I think I'm going to make a ton of money like by focusing on my YouTube channel. You were saying, I really enjoy doing YouTube. It's what I really wanted to do. And I'm liking the people that I'm talking with, and people are telling me that I should go and do it. And I had some time to think about it. And it wasn't about, I want to make a ton of money. So,
Hmm.
yeah, anyway.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you, and I think it's a very, very important part to hit on. Kind of goes back to the whole passion thing. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Because it is very easy to see when someone
Yeah.
is kind of optimizing just for the check at the end of the day. Because you'll
Yeah.
cut corners. You'll do things that the other person might not have done, and sometimes it works for you. Sometimes you're able to optimize for the short term cash, but
Hmm.
what are you risking there? And
Exactly.
your reputation's so much harder to get back.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, I think that this slide here looks like a perfect one to sort of start to wrap up on. 5 things I wish I'd known sooner.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one was figure out, five things I wish I knew sooner, right? Obviously. Um, Figure out who you want to be and just commit to it. Do you want to do a lifestyle business? Do you want to build a product? Whatever. Commit to that all in.